Guys, let me tell you something. There isn't something annoying, not even annoying, like discouraging, like knowing the fact that you know how to import your goods, you have learned how to import them, and you have successfully imported them. But unfortunately, you receive some matambaras, let me call them that way, yeah? Some bad goods. The quality is annoying. You know, if you have ever met such a person, there is no way that you would ever convince them that importing you can get quality products. I know most of us, we have bought something online maybe once or twice, but if ever you have ever gotten frustrated by getting bad quality maybe once or twice, there is no way that you are going to agree to be buying your products online. You'd prefer going physically, seeing the product, and then buying it, yeah? And guys, this being the case, I know not all of us who can actually afford, not all of us who have the financial ability to travel all the way to China. And as much as we would want to travel to China, currently the air tickets, they are still quite expensive, yeah? So if at all you cannot afford to travel all the way, then what happens? You need to have a trust with the online sources, yeah? You need to have the trust with them. But as much as you have trust with them, there are some necessary precautions that you need to have a look at, yeah? And guys, in our today's video, I would like us to be having a look at Alibaba. What are these do's and don'ts? What are these do's and don'ts? Just in case your supplier decides to mess you up, can you get a refund? And if you can, what protects you? Yeah, I know this is a quite long topic, but at least for today we are going to tackle the do's and don'ts, and then later maybe I'm going to talk more about the refund and what they actually take for you to get the refund back. Yeah, so hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Miss Karinge. To our new subscribers, and if at all at this very time you haven't yet subscribed, please kindly subscribe, and we always give you a second. Please subscribe. Thank you, and make sure that you do turn the notification bell on so that each and every time that I do upload a video, then you'll be among the first people to be notified. Yeah, so guys, I have taken so many notes here, so I'll be trying to have a look down now and then. So in case you see me looking down, don't wonder why. It's because I had to think about and remember so many instances so that I can actually share with you people, yeah? So let me see. So we are going to start with the do's and the don'ts, yeah? So number one thing, yeah, every time that you are talking to a supplier, and this specifically will be much suitable for those people who are buying their product on Alibaba. Every time that you are contacting your supplier, always try to be professional and always be direct to the point, yeah? For example, maybe you can talk about, my name is Miss Karinge and I come from maybe Kenya, and I'm working from ABC company. We are one of the major maybe sheet distributors, lace distributors, I don't know what distributors or whatever, yeah? In this, you try to create that big company image when you are talking to them, because number one, when you do create that, if you're a business person, it will always feel exciting when you're working with someone whom you feel like maybe these people, they can actually make a big purchase from me, yeah? So you need to create that picture. Again, it creates a kind of the first impression. It creates a very good first impression, and even as you go to negotiating the price, then you'll find yourself in a better situation when negotiating this, because already the supplier already knows that maybe you are looking forward to purchasing 2,000 whatever they are units, 5,000, and so it becomes much more better for you in this case, yeah? Then the other thing is that you need to know, every time you are talking with your supplier, you also need to acquire very good skills on negotiation, yeah? Negotiation is a must. And there is no way, if you start on the wrong tone, then it will definitely go wrong until the end. Yeah, if you start negotiating with your supplier or telling them, oh, I want 2 pairs, I want 2 sets, I want 5 sets, then definitely in this case you have created a totally different picture. And as much as you try negotiating, you realize that you do not have that negotiation power. Because remember, negotiation power comes with them big purchases. Yeah, so even before you go to decide that maybe you want a sample, 2 pieces, 5 pieces, 10 pieces, always negotiate with big quantities. Yeah, negotiate with big quantities. As much as maybe you want to start with samples, so negotiate with bulk. Then the other thing, this is the other thing, I know you guys, we have talked about samples, and as much as we have samples, sometimes you are not sure what kind of a product you are going to receive. And actually, this is a question that I got from someone, and they told me, does it mean that buying things, shipping things or importing things, it's like a bet? Yeah, it's like, how do you call it? It's like gambling. You are not sure whether you are going to get the deal or you are going to lose the deal. But I told her, no, this is not the case. But of course, things have to be done in the correct way. And in this case, I would actually advise someone to, if you are planning on making the big bulk, as much as maybe you took the sample, it is always good to have an inspection officer to go and inspect the quality of your product. Well, it might take you an extra coin, but it is safe. It is a safer way of doing this. And especially if at all this is first time dealing with this kind of a supplier. And I wouldn't say that just use them for the first time, because I know we have had instances whereby a supplier supplies goods, very good commodities in the first time and in the second time, and then on the third time they decide to misbehave. Yeah, so to avoid all these costs, and you have to wait for this good to arrive, and then you realize the quality is not good, I guess having an inspection officer, it's very, very good to be sure about what kind of product you are actually receiving. Yeah, then something else that you need to know, and this is something that I will keep on insisting now and then. Guys, stop taking your stop leaving Alibaba. Make sure the communication and the transactions are made on Alibaba. The communication and transactions are made on Alibaba. I know most of us want shortcuts, and I have seen people who have actually cried out of this, because I want you guys to know something. Every time that maybe you'll meet this nice supplier, and they will tell you maybe, hello dear, hi my dear friend, and you think now, oh my goodness, this is a sweet supplier, they are so kind to me. Business is always business. And maybe I can talk to my fellow Kenyans. Recently, I don't want to talk much about that, but recently there was a case, hiyo story ya mashamba. Someone somewhere, kuna mtu tu aliamini tu kwa sababu fulani alisema hiyo kitu iko poa, akaamini. And maybe the person didn't do due diligence. So, this is what I would say. Stop leaving Alibaba. Stay on Alibaba and listen to this point. Because I know recently I had a case of someone whose money, they ordered some good amount of money, and after receiving their goods, the quality was something else. I know you guys, you don't want to hear about this, but you need to be aware of this. If you are serious in your business, you need to be aware about this. The goods arrive and the quality is something else. What do you do? Now you want Alibaba to refund you. How? Where did you transact? Outside Alibaba? Where did you communicate? Oh, you know what? The supplier told me that we can go chat on WhatsApp. Utalia peke yako. You're gonna cry all alone. This is the truth of the matter. So make sure that you stay on Alibaba. And the reason as to why I say stay on Alibaba, if at all you did pick a very good supplier, a supplier who was verified, who had a trade assurance, the trade assurance protects you. And it protects you in two instances. Number one, if there is a delay of the product, and if there is a delay of the product, maybe than what you had agreed, because also something else, you need to be very keen on when the supplier tells you what processing time are they going to take to process your goods. And if they do send you poor quality product, and not just poor quality product, as per the agreement, yeah. And something else I would say, you see the small details that you get from the suppliers. I don't know the material. Is it silk? I don't know. Is it cotton? You need to have a very keen look on that, because even if later you come to claim that it was a poor product, did you agree to taking a cotton kind of a product, or a silk, whatever material it is? Yes, you agreed. So you also need to be much aware about this. So make sure you do all the transactions on Alibaba to ensure that you are actually protected on the same. Yeah. So the other thing, guys, take your time. There is no hurry, because I know there's a problem with most of us. You have learned to import today, and in the same day you want to import, and most probably even you haven't yet done your market research. Forget even about the market research. I want to assume that you have already done your market research and you have learned how to import. To be honest, you cannot learn how to import today, and you can do it, but high chances are something is amiss somewhere. Because something is amiss somewhere. Don't be in a hurry, and don't let your supplier put you in a hurry. And I remember there's this time I made this supplier. For me, before I decide and I conclude that I want to take something, I am never in a hurry. I always ensure that I take as much time as I can. And I remember this one instance, we talked to the supplier, I asked them about the price, we negotiated everything, yeah. And because I like comparing suppliers, that is me. I like comparing several suppliers, yeah. And then finally I would decide on whom I want to buy from. The supplier was like, by the way, if you pay your goods today, then I'm going to give you I'll be giving you free shipping. Do you see? That's deal. It's so sweet, to be honest. But I have no hurry. I don't want free shipping. I don't want free shipping, because you might go in a hurry and then you forget to pay attention to the small details because of just a mere free shipping, a mere local fee shipping. You compromise it at the expense of what? At the expense probably of good quality product. So just take your time. For me, I never rush, even if this. So today there's a discount, tomorrow there's going to be no discount, no problem. I need to do my homework very well. So don't be in any hurry, because when you are in a hurry, you might compromise something or maybe overlook something. So don't be in any hurry at all. Yeah. So something else. This is something that I got. This is something which actually I personally haven't tried, but I got this from someone. I got this advice from someone, and they were actually recommending me that, as I come from Kenya, and Kenya is in Africa, and the person was recommending, instead of you creating a profile that you come from Africa, create a profile that seems that you come from the Western countries. And the person told me the reason to that is that you'll find this. There are products mostly that are bought by Africans or the third world countries, yeah, and the developing countries. And you also find that there are products which are bought by the developed countries. And actually for us, maybe, let me talk about Africa. For us Africans, you'll find that we always fall in this trap of buying some fake products, poor quality products, yeah. So for you to, if you are looking forward to getting some very good quality, you can create a profile that shows that you come from those Western countries. And at least in this case, as much as maybe they are going to be a little bit expensive, yes, they are going to be, but at least they are going to be some good quality product to go with. Yeah. Then something else, I think I have also mentioned this, that you need to engage as many suppliers as you can. Yeah. Don't just find one supplier and you say, oh my goodness, they have some amazing wigs. Yeah. Let me go with this one. I usually say you can even engage up to maybe 7 or even 10, because at the end of the day, you'll still find a reason to not to go with supplier A, not to go with supplier B. And again, at least it gives you another advantage. You're able to know why is the price ranging as you negotiate. And at the end of the day, you are going to get a very, very good deal in this case. So try to negotiate with as many suppliers as you can. Something else, make sure that when you are selecting your suppliers, make sure that that supplier is verified. Make sure that they have trade assurance. Make sure that apart from having the trade assurance, make sure that they are verified. Yeah, they are verified, and you can also try to have a look at their reviews and see what you can get from there. And something else is also trying to get a supplier who is a gold supplier. Yeah. Always go with that. Yeah. Then the other thing, which is very, very important, and most of you don't like it, you have to do the due diligence by yourself. You have to do due diligence of the supplier that you are dealing with. Yeah. And how do you do this? I know most of you don't like this. You need to go ahead with samples. Get samples. Yeah. And if a supplier says there are no samples, then I don't think there is any good reason of you going ahead with this kind of a supplier. You can always move to the next supplier who is ready to offer samples to you. Yeah. Then something else to have a look on the due diligence, you have to look at the supplier. What MOQ are they offering depending on your budget? What price are they offering? And also we have talked about when the price they offer, always make sure you negotiate on bulk. Yeah, we have said about that. And then eventually you're going to ask about the sample price. Yeah, but don't negotiate on the sample price, always negotiate on the bulk order. Something else to be keen on is the production time, and especially if you are planning on importing large quantities, you need to be very careful. A company may tell you they need 7 days, 3 days or 14 days for them to produce the product. Yeah? And maybe later you come here complaining, oh, they have delayed. No, you need to be very keen on this, and it's something that you actually need to pay into consideration. Yeah. Then finally, guys, you need to know about payment. I know I did a video on this, but this topic is very broad. Know about the payment method. Know about the payment methods and the most safest methods. Yeah. And I know Alibaba always gives you a variety of payment methods, and every method has its, according to me, every method has its own advantages and its own disadvantages, and you have to weigh them in accordance. But always make sure if you are buying your goods from Alibaba, make sure that you do all the transaction on Alibaba for your own safety, just in case the supplier decides to mess you up or misbehave. Then you can always get a refund on the same. Guys, that is all about our today's video. And in our Mandarin corner today, guys, I'm going to teach you how to say Africa. I come from Africa, and Africa in Chinese, we say Feijo, was she Feijo Ren. Last time I taught you about saying I taught you how to say about person. Person is Ren. So I am an African person. So was she Feijo Ren? Was she Feijo Ren? So guys, that is all for our today's video, and I'm wishing you all the best. Make sure that you learn more and more, and don't just assume that after we cover this video that is all. You need to do more and more research. Until next time, bye bye and zaijian.